Hey, you know what I love about Michael Hearn? We try a bunch of crazy crap. So, we're very playful. You guys know our banter by now. Have you heard this? Hey, Mike, shut up!
Sorry.
I raise his son. He tries to boss me around in his own house. I don't even know what this world's coming to. Did you check the name? It's called Natty Juice. Mike's finally coming out of the closet about being all natural. So, that being said, all jokes aside, we've tried a lot of crap. We've played with a lot of products. What Mikey and BPI put in this one, you guys are going to love. The pump formula is an understatement. Make sure you go get it. This is, Mike can juggle with 3. I just juggle with 1.
A lot like
Juggling. Stop it. Stop it, Mike. Stop it, Mike.
All right.
Thanks for the...
Too soon?
Yeah.
All right. Here's my Natty Juice. Is that an oxymoron? Natty Juice?
You, Michael Hearn and Natty's an oxymoron.
There we go. A tua.
Recommended dose 1 scoop.
1 scoop it.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Cheers.
Yeah.
Woo!
How's that taste?
Actually tastes really good.
Yeah, it does.
A lot of this stuff tastes like crap. Ours. It's Mike's, but we call it ours, and we keep the product at my house.
I'm gonna Wonder Woman on 1 scoop because I won. But we'll check out him today. See how that 2 scoop worked.
Was that really one? That's a Michael Hearn 1 scoop,
That's
though.
a Michael Hearn 1 scoop.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a fat kid at heart. So, when Mike and I go to the movies, which is quite a bit, well, not on quarantine, which that sucks. When we used to go to the movies a lot, I would get the Sour Patch Kids and the Gummy Bears.
Yeah, there it is.
And I would mix it in the same bag so the Gummy Bears would have some of the sweetness and that, like, that tanginess of the Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
Natty Juice. What is this one even? What's the flavor?
Natty Juice.
Natty Juice, dude. Dude.
So,
It's
Give
Natty
Doc some.
Juice.
Give Doc some.
Natty Juice tastes like Gummy Bears and Sour Patch Kids mixed.
You know what it tastes like to me?
Gains.
Gains.
Tastes like 22 and a half
Doc,
inch guns.
22.5-inch guns. All right, big dog. 1 scoop?
Oh,
Scoop.
that's
He's just a little fella.
a special Michael Hearn blend.
All right, I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna see y'all in 15 minutes.
Those receptors
All
are
right.
set down. Let's go lift.
Let's see the pump.
Going, Mike. Just like you see people hit the abs. You smack the chest. It makes it.
Does he have a list?
It makes it fire more.
A little bit of a list.
What's up with that?
So anyway, what we're gonna do today, we're gonna be really fun. And I'm flinching.
Get the camera in here.
Wow.
I wore my PB shirt for Mike. I was feeling a little fat, so I wore a black shirt for someone special over there.
You chewing some dip? What's going on?
What?
Oh, boy.
Morning.
Morning.
Decline titties. Come on, let's go.
That's all.
You good? Yup. Good.
And for all of our YouTube influencers,
Yes.
yeah.
Where's our Bosu ball at?
Oh, hold on.
There he goes.
Where's our Bosun ball?
Come on, connect the chest.
Train your abs when you're doing chest.
Good.
Hi, Ben.
What's up?
All right, let's squat.
How'd that feel?
Honestly, I should have warmed up.
Come here, Heathy.
What are we doing?
Give me 15.
He called me Heathy. It's gonna be a special Saturday.
I know you guys might think this is keeping crossovers basics, but it's more of a decline. Outer head coming underneath. So you guys ask, come up to bench. Okay. Look at that sucker. This is the first exercise. We are not starting with inclines. We're starting up with a warm-up exercise. Stretch out that chest. Here's something that Jeffrey can't see. I'm going to show you something here. Look at the rotation of the shoulder coming back. It almost like he opens this up like a bird, like a wings, and sucks it back in. Now, if you don't understand what I'm saying, I'm going to show you the difference between what he and I are doing and what everybody else is going to do. Woo. We opened here.
Hold up. You guys,
So
one more?
we're here, opening and focusing on the stretch here, not the whole stretch, not the shoulder, just the outer head. And because the bar is behind the handles, stretch, contract. So here we are, we're not doing this. See the difference?
Big difference.
Huge difference.
Big.
So here to this, two different things. We will do this a little later. Docky Doc, come here. Sex with chocolates up. Doc's got this pretty chest. Get it. Boom. Boom. Extend, pull it in. And he's doing one more little switch. Look at the hands. Open, flex in, close. All that is really nice added touches. Beautiful. 3 sets, 15 reps, first exercise. You are going to be ripped up from this workout today. Oh. A little happy? Yeah.
A little something, something.
Doc, little help.
I got you.
You got me?
3, 2.
1, go. Got it.
All right.
Thank you.
Coach Heath,
Yes.
what's up, what's up?
All right, listen. Quarantine deficiencies. We got limited equipment, so we were playing with different
You want to
angles.
just start that whole thing? We got the power blocks over there. We got this. There's no deficiency here. Deficiency.
We
Can
came
I
from, you
spell that?
can't even say deficiencies, much less spell it.
That's why I got Doc here. Doc, spell it for me.
We came from Gold's Gym Venice, where there was like 97 different pieces of equipment for chest.
For each body
And-
part,
and
yeah.
now we're isolated to barbell, cable crossover. Yes, power blocks are awesome, but we played with some different angles. Mikey's upper chest, because of all of incline, is second best in the world. The second to, we'll just leave him alone. He gets really sensitive. But what we found here is, what we found here
Let's see where he's going. Just stay with him for a second, guys.
angles with that tension of that cable. When you get about halfway through that rep, the tension is gnarly, and you see the stability aspect of the pec having to fire. Find you a bench, get it upright, bounce your boobies around like that, and get going. Doc, you're up. Let's go, champ.
Someone was out late last night, huh?
My power was out at 9 p.m. We didn't have power from like 9 to about 4 a.m.
Hey, come on.
What?
Come on, broadcast.
Show some respect.
3, 2, up.
Ooh, like that. Jeffrey, come around the side here. See how high that is? Putting everything up top. Nice, kid, nice. And that's what Heath was talking about. That stabilization here is tough with these things.
Yes, it is.
But you saw this, and I know that if you guys at home, you're probably thinking, well, if you're gonna do chest, it's gotta be here. There's times where it's there, and that's the power times, and then there's times where you're here, and that's why my hands, I could put my hands underneath him, and he never even came close. He's staying up top. He's doing a secondary exercise that's not a power exercise, so he's even playing with it and making it harder, which is cool. During this set.
I learned from you.
Okay.
Stole an extra 27 seconds of rest time.
This guy.
Don't worry, Michael. I'll get this myself, Mike. It's fine.
It's 20 pounds, come on.
All right, here we go. Boom. So the same thing I was talking about earlier. Look how high this is right here. All the way up top, all the way over. Beautiful. Instead of the elbows down here, they're all the way up here, and that's what I want. You know what else I just realized? We're all sliced to the bone, or if you guys are at home and you go to the gym and you're sliced, you can jump on this exercise, and this is where you're gonna mislead everyone. You're gonna do this exercise, tell me if I'm wrong, you're wrong, and you're gonna look great doing this, and you're gonna tell everybody, this is the exercise that developed my chest to the fullest. Watch out for those guys. This is a great exercise, and it will look great in photos. It is not a mass builder, it is a shape builder. So that's a whole different discussion to have, but just understand, today we are not doing size. Today we are doing purposely trying to just tear the fibers today and just get a good workout in.
That's what I love. He just told you the truth. Most people hate the freaking truth. Foundational truths are what we have to live on. What do we got? 3, 2, 1.
Got it.
Incline, incline, incline. Close grip bench, close grip bench, close grip bench. Incline, incline, incline. 90% of his chest was developed in that incline chest press. Barbell as well as dumbbells. He told you the truth. Now take it and run with it. Most people don't like the truth. Good. Good press. Jeffrey, take him that angle right here. Go ahead. His arms aren't flat, they are up, all right? So again, an extra angle, extra torque on that upper chest.
Wow, that's such a good exercise. Ooh. Run to your nearest neighbor's garage and get this one in. Can you give me 10 more, Jeffrey?
Come on, Jeff. 5.
Come on, man.
4. Come on. Come on.
Touch the hands, touch the hands.
Come on. Me and you. A double.
Get up.
Squeeze. Last one. Get them together. Finish that chest. Finish it. Finish it.
Nice.
Nice. Gotcha.
Ooh. Do you feel the difference on taking it out compared to?
Like what I was doing there versus
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
I was doing that because it was so tough. I couldn't bring it in. So I was cheating. I still got tension, but when Heath jumped in
And pulled
actually
it all the way
helped
in?
me pulled it all the way in, it gets everything.
Yeah. Nice, man. Can I see those arms? Oh, booyah!
You mean them?
Well,
mean them right
okay. All right, all right.
Booyah!
Jeffrey, do me a favor. Stand up here. Go up, go up. Go up. Give me a hand. Go up.
Stand up there, Buttercup.
Go up. So over the arm. Pressure coming in. Right here. Nice. Then he's taking it up and towards you. Boom. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Doc, got it. Oh, 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 oh.
Hey.
Oh, it's the Natty juice.
This is how the elite trainers love performing cable flies.
Straight.
Look at that lunge.
Yeah, get one shoulder higher than the other. There you go.
Step forward more. That's good. Now,
No, don't look at the camera. Pose for the camera like that.
more lean.
More grunt.
Good. Okay. This, guys. This is all you need. Go back. Look at some pumping iron footage. You'll see.
Let me see if I can do my best, Arnold. Ready?
This is the same way
Ready,
they do
ready?
it. Yup. Look at that. Look at that.
Ooh, good stretch. Big chest.
Hey, Mike studied that video, huh?
Boom.
That's it.
You know what gravity is? It's a weird thing. Or leverage. The machine is made in a certain direction in a certain way. You can move these handles to go in a different way. And then you guys are, the majority of you, get into this I'm working my core while you're doing chest. Just work your chest. You want to do your abs afterwards? Go do your abs after. And then you come into a rotation out here. Just step back, guys. I don't know why you try to make it harder than it is. It doesn't make you intelligent. It doesn't make you look like you're a wizard in the gym that you know everything. What does that is your body. So try to incorporate that in. Heath, you're up.
No.
Watch the wizard
All right, here we go.
of Oz.
Wizard of Oz.
Well, that's Jeff.
Hey, I'm the winner.
The old brick road.
Who's the cowardly lion?
Let's go. Colt.
Oh, shoot. One other thing that Mikey taught me is almost pull from behind the body. You will feel a different engagement in different areas of your chest. If you get all front delts in it, some of your chest is missing. Pull that sucker to the angle you need it. And stick it in that same band over and over.
The decline we did here, I actually did about 6 to 8 sets, 15 reps. Then we did some presses. We did 3. Again, I did about 15. You got about 3-4 sets there.
Yeah.
Then we finished with basic cable crossovers. Showed you a couple different ways. I would like to say this for you snowflakes, or you sensitive Sallies. We don't.
We'll put that in the graphics
Yeah,
below.
the graphics below. We don't tease you to upset you. You're a titan. Most likely you're following us, you've got a good sense of humor and you're having fun with it. But we do tease you in a sense because of the fact that there's so much idiocy. Can you spell that?
Idiocracy.
I like idiocy.
Yeah.
It's like something idiot here, but it's also in the space. I don't know. But we just try to teach you what basic stuff is. And if we're going to go more advanced, it's probably just a slight movement. So I don't want to offend anybody too much unless you're overly sensitive.
Well, and sometimes offense is good. Here's what I can tell you about Mike. If he unblocked everyone that he had blocked on social, this is only going to prove that he doesn't really care too much about what most people care about. If he unblocked everyone he had blocked, he'd go from 1.7 on Instagram to literally probably 2.1, 2.2. I'm not even kidding you. So Mikey's always going to come at you with a version of truth that you guys probably don't like, because in your magazines and all these people you follow on social media that
These guys don't look at magazines.
No one's reading magazines anymore.
Kids.
well,
These
Social
guys are
media.
they're
So,
watching
okay.
influencers that haven't done anything.
Well, and that's what I was getting ready to get to.
Yep.
You see a lot of guys, and these guys have nice bodies. Matter of fact, they have bodies that I'll never have because I got knock knees. I've got longer arms that are disproportionate to my height. Got a lot of stuff that aesthetically is never going to look like him or any of the pretty boys. But what have the pretty boys done? Like, so you got to look at what qualifies a person for them to be able to speak into your life. Y'all get tired of hearing this message from me, but it is truth. And so the stuff that we did today, if you look at the form, you look at the pace, you look at the number of sets, the number of reps, the angles, dive into the details. He's given you so much information that if you just put it into practice, do what you're told to do. We're not all an authority. I'm not going to go into my doctor's office and tell him, I'm going to do it this way, cut my knee open this way. That would be absurd. But that's what a lot of you guys do when you hop on this page or other pages and you're like, you're doing it wrong. No. You see these trophies? They were earned. They weren't given. They were proven out over time. So just take it and run with it. This stuff works. I met this guy at 37. I'm 41. Nothing's changed other than the fact that I work out with him now. People are like, oh, but you do your hormone replacement. I was doing my hormone replacement right after I retired for the first 6 years before I met him. Nothing changed. My body just felt better. Now in 4 years, slow, methodical changes. Things get better and better and better, and they will for you too. If
He said something earlier, and I'll clarify what he meant for you guys that may be a little slow. There's some guys with great bodies, and there are. Follow the ones that have used it and done something with it. Sadiq, Ulysses. These guys have not only gotten shape, they've been on the biggest stages, and they did something. Ulysses I love because of the fact that he's in his 40s, and he's always looked the same. So that's what I would say look for. When you see somebody that just has a good body, again, we talked about this. You could coach. There's a way that you can coach and the person gets no better. And that's because what you're teaching does not transfer.
Yeah.
That is not the kind of guy you want. And you're going to see a lot of that. And like exercise I showed you earlier about doing that. And the guy looked great that was doing it. That must be the way. Follow the guys that can use the stuff, simplify it, and then transfer it to somebody else, and then they gain. So like Heath was saying, the only thing that changed with them is training with me and others that we do. I heard Jeffrey's behind the camera right now, but somebody just DM'd him the other day and said, what else does Mike have you on besides the training? Because he's freaked and changed so much in such a short period of time since January.
A bunch of verbal harassment. It's amazing how much bigger it'll make your biceps.
And the only thing he's done is train with me.
Yeah.
And so it
Well,
transfers.
We have been taught how to eat.
Yes.
So
Yes.
in the NFL, if I didn't come in at 250 or under, I was fined $1,400 a day per pound per day.
What?
So start doing the math. So if I come in at 253 and I'm 3 pounds over for 3 days, $1,400 times 3 times 3 days. So I had to do things dietary wise that weren't
$200
healthy.
altogether?
No, leave the math to me. Anyway, it's a lot. But here's the deal. I was doing it all wrong. I was restricting carbs. I was restricting fats, things that now have made me stronger. Listen, that 28 for 405 the other day, listen, I can take responsibility for the grit and the mental toughness that my mom and dad taught me how to have. But everything else I owe to him. And the most of everything else, it's all on him because I've always had the mental toughness. I've always had the physical toughness. I've always had the grit and the willpower. But I couldn't have done that in my playing days. I mean, that's just so, listen, just buy in. Listen, and I'm not saying everyone has to have won trophies, but you need to check verifiable sources.
I am saying that. I am saying you
And
got
he can-
the only reason why, because there's a difference between a gym body and a stage body. Let's clarify this. There's a huge difference between an influencer body and a stage body. Listen, you're going to be enamored by guys on Instagram, and then you're going to meet them in person and go, holy shnikes.
And the young ladies too. We'll just leave it at that.
You are smaller and weaker than my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So the point of me saying this, like Sadiq and Ulysses, and there's tons of others, and go listen to Stan Effort and Matt Wenning, go listen to these guys. There's a difference between somebody that can create something and then it can be used for something of quality and a championship level. There's enough of those guys out there for you guys to go follow. So you just don't follow me, follow them. Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler is a great one. I'll tell you why. It's because Jay will be the first one to say that maybe he wasn't given the greatest genetics, but he outworked everybody. Come on, that gave me tingles when he said that to me. That's showing you what he had done. Wasn't given the greatest from mom and dad, but he became the greatest. So I'm just asking you guys to go look at this. This guy played for 10 years, and will you agree that you were not the most genetically gifted athlete relative to others?
No, we were just talking
But-
about. I was going to outwork it. I was going to ask a whole lot of questions, and I was going to listen. Yeah.
He'll outwork you.
Yeah.
And I like the guys that will outwork you.
Yeah. I'm not going to mention his name because I love the guy. And honestly, I could probably go through my locker rooms for 10 years and probably find 3 or 4 more. But we were just talking about one of my teammates that if he would have had, I don't know, 50, 60% of our mental tenacity and then drive to do all the little details of things right, he would have dusted Phil Heath and Jay Cutler and Ronnie Coleman. His genetic code was so gifted. I mean, this guy walked around the locker room at legit. Now, listen, we know people like, oh, I'm 5% body fat. Screw you. No, you're not. On stage, so these guys are. But this guy was 8 or 9% body fat year-round, living on Sonics and Doritos and
This guy
sausage,
was
egg,
the
and
great.
cheese.
He was one of the greatest.
And he was an absolute beast.
Speed. Try to comment below on who it is he's talking about.
But we're not going to tell you the answer. But long story short, that guy would have been Mr. Olympia 10, 11 times over if he would have had the mental disposition and the drive and the placement of some of the stuff that Mike's given you guys just to tap into. Don't get bored. I have a saying when I coach on these business platforms, master the mundane. Why are we always on incline? Why are we always on squats? Why are we always on pull-ups? Why are we always on bent over rows? Because these things are the foundational truth of everything that we do. And it's funny, we believed that before we ever met each other. Now I've just added in all the the teaching stuff that he applies to make it more fun in the gym for me at 41 years old, because I don't need to be football powerful and strong anymore. So you got to listen and learn. Don't live and learn. There's a good one for you. Take that and run with it.